Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Paul Sun Young Lee here, aka Bitter Asian Dude, president of Bitter Asian Dude Inc., welcoming you to the surprise sneak attack unboxing here on a Tuesday night, not a regular Sunday night like we usually have. Although I have been absent the last few weeks, I apologize for that. Life has been getting in the way. Just recently, I was at the Montreal Comic Con over the weekend. What a spectacular time over there. So I couldn't do a live stream then. And the week before that, it was a baseball tournament. So I have been missing in action. But to make up for all of that absence, I actually have something very, very wonderful planned for all of you today with my friends from Jazzwares and Micro Galaxy Squadrons. We've got some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives that we want to share with you live tonight here on Bitter Asian Dude Inc. We've got a couple of really great guests about to join us tonight. We've got Maxwell Lux, who is a senior global brand manager for Jazzwares. Big ups for Maxwell when he comes on. And John Ottinger, excuse me, it's late at night for me here. He is one of the designers for Jazzwares as well. And we're going to be talking about some of these exclusives that my friends over there have sent me. And I'm lucky enough to have them just out of camera range. We're going to unbox. We'll talk. We'll do some unboxing. We'll have a lot of fun. We'll catch up with each other. And that's what we're going to be doing here. But first of all, obviously, I got to say hello to everybody who's here on the chats. Sneak attack, surprise. We're broadcasting here live on 3 different platforms. Of course, YouTube, Facebook Live, and Twitch, which is still a mystery platform for me, but I will continue to broadcast on there for all my 5 Twitch followers who are watching the show. Okay, to kick things off, you know what we do. We always have to have this happen here. Let me see it. Oh my gosh, it's been a while.
All wings reporting.
That's right. We're going to say hello to everybody who's in the chats, but we're going to do a speed round here. So we're going to say hello to Cynthia Lynn, Ryan Dole, all the way from Vancouver, Anton Attard, my good friend. Gary Lau is here in the house today. Vanessa C. We've also got Skywalker's Academy. Welcome. Melissa K. Hey, all the way from Sweden. Bjorn Jorgensen, Sean P., my brother from another mother. We've got Epic Badger. And we also have Carrie Fanti, who I got the chance to meet face-to-face in real life over the weekend, which was fantastic. We also have here in the chat Bad Wolf Media joining us from Illinois. We have Kevin's Microfleet. Welcome to the channel. We also have with us today lots of chatting going on, which is great. Colin Hollis, my great neighbor extraordinaire. We also have Bernd Vidar Larson, Bitter Vader 74 here in the house today. Kat Chin, woo! Kat Chin is in the house, staying up late, which is awesome. And we've got others coming here. A countdown from Skywalker's Academy, which is fantastic. John Carmen is in the house. Hey, John, how are you? And we've got Rich Kulak joining us from Facebook Live. Simo from YouTube, welcome. Daniel Sertles here in the house. Aaron's Toy Box from Facebook. The Gia Cobra is here. Hey, welcome. Surprise. We also have Charles Stevens here in the house. Dave's Dimension, go figure. Also, Micro Galaxy Squadron. Cole, how's it going, brother? Tommy K, everybody, 3, 2, 1. Shut up, Tommy. We have Neil or Valerie Ogden joining us from Facebook Live again. Welcome back, my friends. And we're speeding right through this right now. Oh, the Sand Reckoner from Twitch, the first Twitch follower I get to mention for tonight, which is great. Jeff W is in the house. 7X V Messes Angel X. Great. I'm just gonna go with that. Tito SKL is here. Graham Sullivan, Stormy Cloud 21, toying around Kevin, who's also in San Diego. Phil Mahoney from Facebook Live, and we also have Epic Badger here. And we're all caught up. Look at that. And it took less than an hour. I'm always pleased when it takes less than an hour. Anyways, like I was saying before, we've got our friends here. They are jet lagged. They are working tirelessly for all of you to bring you probably one of the hottest toys over the last year. These toys are off the hook. I've fallen in love with them. I'm smitten with them. The level of the attention to detail, just the coolness of the designs, the packaging, the artwork, and the fantastic price point for these things, and the playability of these toys. They're toys. They're meant to be played with. And I love that because we are ushering in a new era, a new age of fans who are coming in. These are designed for the adults and the children collectors alike. They're plentiful. They're wonderful. Let's introduce some of the team here who is responsible for bringing you these wonderful toys. First off, of course, is a good friend of mine, Maxwell Lux, who has been tireless in his efforts to represent this brand, this line of toys, and to bring it to the general public. It is my deep honor and pleasure to introduce Maxwell Lux to the live stream. We'll get ahead of myself.
I love you, Paul. This is my hand heart gesture that I'm making, and I'm jet lagged. I had a 3 a.m. wake up for a 6 a.m. flight yesterday out of Newark, and I am feeling good. And Paul was actually just in Montreal not 2 weeks back, and guess what happened? My car was stolen.
No way! In Montreal?
In Montreal.
Welcome to Canada.
The Honda CR-V is the #1 stolen vehicle in all of Montreal, but it was recovered. So now I just have to work and get it back. But yeah, the funny thing is, I was on a podcast probably 2 months back, and I had a whole bunch of stuff that I was planning to like send people's way, and I had all of it finally packed up. It was in the car.
I swear
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I swear I had nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with it.
Everything is in the car. The baby stroller, the packages, everything's there. Everything's ready to be shipped out. And the best thing of all is that we're at San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con. And what Comic-Con besides Montreal Comic-Con is better than San Diego Comic-Con? I don't know. I love San Diego Comic-Con. I never got to go growing up, but as an adult, I've had the pleasure and luxury of going, and it's just delightful.
Well, that's fantastic.
And I get to talk about Star Wars for 5 days. It's gonna be great.
Well, that's great. You know, you have been tireless in your, since I've known you, in terms of helping to rep the brand, and you are more than a global brand manager. You are an ambassador. You reached out to me. You made me feel like part of something really exciting, and especially as a toy collector, falling in love with a line of toys that has recaptured my imagination, had me obsessed in a way that I have not been obsessed with before, in a great way too, and going out for hunts and fleet building and doing all these things that I used to do as a kid. You know, you've been doing a fantastic job. I know your outreach, the way you interact with fans at the different cons that I've seen you for your live streams and all the other different things that Jazzwares and Micro Galaxy Squadrons has been part of, the communities that have been built around this line of toys. I mean, really, it doesn't begin without some really, really great outreach from the company itself. And you are that sort of spokesperson, and you are the leader of that. And I just want to say, I think you're killing it. You do a great, you're doing a great job, and you're making people feel heard. And, you again, with these great giveaways and just the community building that you were doing, it's fantastic. And I just want to say, I think you're doing a great job. And I've been singing your praises and the praises of this toy line to the heavens, because I really do feel that Jazzwares is doing it right in terms of getting this, making this accessible for everybody. And so, yeah, that's my big sort of shout out to you.
But I gotta say thank you. I gotta say thank you so much. And Paul, you are a part of Micro Galaxy Squadron. You've been such an integral part of just helping get the message out, helping get the word on the line. I can't thank you enough. I've been vocal about that in the past, but I'll keep saying it until my face turns blue. It's very red right now. I'm not sure why. It might be the lighting, but or the sun. I'm not used to going out in such sun. But you've been fantastic from just the minute we connected, and I can't thank you enough. The line wouldn't be where it is without you. And I just want to touch on one thing that you said. I love getting the message out there about Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron, but everything that happens with the line, especially the exclusives that we're about to see, starts with our design team, our insane packaging team, and our product development team, and of course all of our support in Asia as well, and Jazzwares as a company for supporting us. But when you see these boxes, the packaging here, and you've already looked at it, but oh my god, dude, it's just it's ridiculous. Sadly, our promo shots have not done the packaging justice, and so often at Comic-Con you see an item where the packaging is the selling point, and oh my gosh, when you see the packaging for this, like when the team sees it, when anybody at San Diego Comic-Con sees it in person, like they're just it's that good. And like the guy, the maestro himself who really worked with me hand in hand on this is actually in the chat, William Patterson, who gets a massive shout out. Like, Will, you rock. You absolutely rock. And then, of course, the design team, who we'll talk to in just a second. But, oh, my God, like a shout-out to a special member of the design team who couldn't be here, who actually came up with the concept for what you're about to see, Leon Gore. Absolutely stunningly talented individual, and thank you to him. And I'm done rambling now. You can introduce next.
Well, that's a perfect segue, because we actually do have one of the designers here with us as well, the aforementioned John Ottinger. I'm just going to bring him on here. Welcome to the channel, John. How you doing, bud?
Oh, John.
There he is now.
Thank you.
John is lagging.
Me excited. I can't wait for San Diego.
John is using dial-up.
Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It's a he's secured in a secret location, apparently, fervently getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con. He is in San Diego right now. I have confirmed it. I have confirmed that John is in San Diego, but he is in an undisclosed location right now. John, if you're safe, just give us a thumbs up. All right. I think he's disconnected and he's going to try to reconnect again. Maybe this time not using the hotel Wi-Fi. We'll get on this. That's not a problem. John will join us in a moment. This is, of course, a live stream where anything can happen, right? That's the joy of one of these things. It is spontaneous. But like, let's get back to the packaging that you were talking about in terms of, like, you are right. You know, I saw the advanced pictures of these exclusive that came out, that were released, that were shared across the internet. And it wasn't until I actually did get one of these boxes in hand that you look at it and you kind of realize the whole concept behind them, and how it is that execution, that sort of symbiosis of the toy itself and the packaging. And when they match to the way they do, and they feed into each other, it really is, I mean, it becomes a work of art. And I'm not one for, you know, being a mint in box collector, although I do have a few here and there that I do. But these, I'm sort of, it's one of those things where they would almost look better in the box themselves, right? Like once you have them, and it's an ingenious design too, which sort of allows you to do that if you wanted to. Now, I think John is back. I'm going to see if I can add him in here.
I really hope this works. I really want to see John. John!
Yeah, reset my internet. So I'm back.
Nice.
So Paul, I'm actually going to reveal the packaging for this this first exclusive myself, if you don't mind.
Great.
Guys, are you ready? Like the perfect symbiosis, the most elevated possible look for packaging. Are you ready?
Hold on, let me guess. There you go. I think we're ready.
That's right. Oh my! Just look at that. Just look at that. Mint in box. Just mint in box. It has been resealed, but it is still mint in box. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's the master carton. We have this beauty right here, this Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron Scout Class Imperial Speeder Bike hologram version. That's LE005.
Beautiful.
And Paul, I'm just holding up the box, but this is the one item that will not be available at the Jazzwares booth at San Diego Comic-Con. It will be available at the UCC distributing booth, which is, hold on one second, let me just pull it up and check. It is 5613. It's located all the way against the back wall in the main convention center, but that's where you can pick up this beauty right here. And it will retail for $20. So Paul, if you want to go ahead and do the unboxing experience, we can talk about the product. But I mean, I guess the first thing to mention would be that we designed this item with this beautiful sleeve, and when you touch it, Paul, you'll notice that not only does it have the beautiful foil that we've been including on all the series, but it also has this premium soft touch to the top of it, like to the outer sleeve itself, which is really, really nice. Feels really luxurious in hand and allows the foil to pop even harder. You've also got that awesome Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary logo in the upper left, I guess if you're looking at upper right, and it's one of 1,000. We're only making 1,000 of these suckers. But the coolest thing is when you pull back the sleeve and reveal what's inside.
All right, here we go. Switch to this one. See, I got a special extra close-up cam just for.
Oh, I really like this. This is really elevated. So, team, you'll actually, if you pick this up at the show, you will not have as hard a time as Paul is opening this thing up, because we did improve the packaging from the sample that Paul received, where it's actually very easy to replace the outer sleeve on there.
All right.
Look at that. Wow. So the inner box is actually meant to look
I don't
like
even have
it is a hologram itself. Oh, John, go ahead. Tell us more about the item.
Oh, I don't even know those. So I remedy that. I'm gonna go buy one. They're so cool. It's like it's in Crystal or something.
So the fun fact about this particular item that I'm holding, and now, oh, good, Paul's not freezing anymore, is that this is actually John's sample. He doesn't know that I'm going to give this to him when I see him tomorrow. And I'm not going to open it because I know that John is a mint in box collector and will definitely want to keep this sucker at least in the box so he can display his amazing talents. So, as you can probably guess, this is a recolor of our existing Scout class blind speeder bike from Series 1, but cast in a beautiful translucent blue that just really pops and really catches the light well. I say that as I'm in a completely dark room with no really discernible light source, but it really does look fantastic in person. Here, let me bring the hotel lamp over, knocking over everything on my desk so I can show how beautiful it is in the light. John, are there any cool design facts about this item that you would like to share? Given that I can barely hear you and that your Wi-Fi connection is terrible.
I think he's lagged out. He's frozen again.
Oh,
but I'll tell you right now, it's
I like out again.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, beautiful. Even with the hotel lamp on it, it is just stunningly gorgeous, which is more than I can say for myself. Again, very red. John is letterboxed.
So here, I love this. You can still see the detail on all that on the speeder bike, from the controls to the little the cargo packs on the back. You can see the control panel there. Hit the center switch to jam their signals, right?
Yeah, like it does jam signals too. So please be careful using this in airports.
Oh, is that what's happening to John?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Maybe I'll switch that off. But look at that. This is what I love. Scout class, look at that. You know, and it is that beautiful, transparent, translucent blue.
Paul, you have such beautiful fingernails. How do you do it?
Oh, well, this is a dog bite from a neighbor's dog who was a little overzealous.
You want
But,
an autograph that badly?
Yeah. But this is great. Like, look at that. Even the pedals, right?
So yeah, if any of you were at San Diego Comic-Con last year and picked up the exclusive TIE fighter that is also translucent, it's the same color blue, so you can continue your incredible hologram Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron collection.
And what I love about this too is it looks like resin, like that transparent, translucent resin you can get, but it's got that little bit of give, so it doesn't feel like it's going to shatter or snap, right? Like it's got that little bit of it's got that rubbery texture to it. I mean, it holds its shape very, very well, but you don't have to worry about, like, traditionally speaking, if this was resin, I'd be so afraid of like any sort of play here that it would snap and break, right? Whereas, and then so I really do love that feature of this. And then let's look at the scout, the scout trooper. Look at that. Focus. Yeah, this way. Look at that. That's spectacular.
Yep, all the details in there. I just like how it looks, how the light shines through it. And John would be doing such a much better job of explaining this than I am if he wasn't frozen in carbonite.
I do love how he's almost frozen in portrait mode. Like it's like that, you know, in lieu of him actually being there, he's calling in and we just posted up a photo of him.
It's like I can almost hear him laughing.
Right. I've got a super chat here from Jeff W. Thank you so much for that. Paul, you rock. Love your genuine enthusiasm for this line. Max, you and your team have created something truly special. What chance does one have to get these outside of SDCC? Secondary market?
I'm sorry. The secondary market is your best bet for these. We did produce them in a limited number for the show. The good news I have is that next year, or for any show in the future, I'm working with our direct-to-consumer team to ensure that you're able to pick these up, or at least in limited quantities, after the event's over. Because I do think that's a great opportunity for fans to pick things up if they're not able to attend the convention. I know that when I was growing up in Jersey, like, I could never attend San Diego, and I was always happy when I could pick up, or at least try to pick up, exclusive online later on. And wow, John is now outside in a beautiful setting, and it looks like we can actually see him moving a little bit.
And then he just froze. Oh, God. I was going to say, this live streams, baby. We are at the mercy of technology. But look at the stand. I love the stand too.
Yeah, I love that you can. I can't even read what that says. Is that the production marking on it? I think it is. Yeah. I just like the Star Wars logo is etched in there. John has now transcended his humanity into a spinning ball. John. I'm at the Marriott Hotel that used to be a bank. If you want to come meet me over here, they have decent Wi-Fi. It used to be a bank, ball. It's crazy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, that is the production code. So that shows our internal number, as well as the date it was manufactured and the markings for the factory at which it was manufactured. In case you ever wondered what those production marks are.
Okay.
So this was produced all the way back in April 24th.
There you go. All on the base.
Amazing. So, without further ado, let's move on to the real meat and potatoes of this one, which is 100% the Star Wars Micro Galaxy Squadron. Drumroll, please. Please. Well, in fact, John is Max Headroom. Oh man, we got the storyboard series. So again, shout out to Leon Gore, who came up with a concept for the storyboard series during our brainstorm session for this. My concept of the tie-dye TIE fighter was unfortunately shot down by the team. All right, let's just take a look at this packaging, guys, because oh my god, there's so much going on here. It's ridiculous. So you've got this outer sleeve, and again, like Will is listening in on this. Will, Olivia, the packaging team. I always say they knock it out of the park, but like, oh my god, they killed it with this. This has been a concept many months in the making. A lot of work. So let's just talk about the outer sleeve first. You've got that amazing soft touch on the black areas. Will, I believe there's some spot UV on it as well as the foil hits. So spot UV is kind of we'll just confirm that it's spot UV. So I don't look like an idiot. I don't have it in front of me. I believe there's spot UV. You got that awesome foil hit for the 40th of Return of the Jedi. 1 of 500, the LE, that cool storyboard series number on the left. So it is something that we will potentially add on to later on. You've got some awesome concept storyboard artwork for the X-Wing on the front. I can confirm this is a generic X-Wing. And then in the back, we have actual storyboards from Return of the Jedi in place of that collector's card. Thank you, Will, for confirming. But what's super cool about this, you're like, what is a storyboard series? It's so high concept. What is that? I don't know. Well, I am happy to let you know that the storyboard series is essentially a storyboard come to life. And the way that you really understand how it is that is, let's go, Paul. Let's remove that outer sleeve.
Oh my god. Sorry.
Paul, it's okay. You can rip the package.
There we go.
Okay, so when you look at it face on, you can kind of see it. It's easier to see with a light in the background, but that acetate box is printed on the back with an image, a background from one of the Lucasfilm archive storyboards. And so, perfect. Oh, Paul, brilliant move there. All right, so you can see the kind of cool background. You can see how this X-Wing is suspended above that storyboard. And you can see how the X-Wing itself is done with a deco that John, of course, worked on and helped perfect and made beautiful. It's cell shaded, but in gray tones, like kind of black and white gray tones. And so you get this really interesting, really unique look that has to be experienced in person to be believed. You're looking at it right now going, it's black and white. No, it's much more than that.
Oh,
It's
it is. It's transcendent. It's like this atmosphere is translucent, and really this camera doesn't do it justice. Right now, you have to see it up close in your hands. It is like a cell of and like a film. It feels like a film frame, like they used to have when they would sell like DVD or VHS copies of special editions of the movies, and then they would add like one frame from the movie, and that's exactly what this feels like.
I'm gonna try to actually channel John's voice. John, can you hang up your phone, John, and pick up my call? John, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Can everybody hear John?
I could hear him.
John?
Yes.
Okay, you're on the podcast virtually through my phone.
Okay, great. Thank you.
All right, you guys can all hear John okay?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. John, tell us about this amazing vehicle, and tell us about all the work that went into it, and please just correct me where I'm wrong.
Well, Leon had this amazing concept. I was so excited for Ralph McQuarrie, which is one of my all-time idols, of doing a storyboard item for that. And then I was just like, I love that so much. What is that? And so I went home and I brought some X-Wings and I started painting on them, trying to figure out how do we bring that concept to life. And so I did some rough prototypes and I brought them into work. And then the rest of the team, Tommy, David, and Dion, we all added onto it, kept refining the concept, and we ended up with these. They're just gorgeous, and there's never been anything like this, I don't think. So I'm so proud and so excited to be part of the design team to make these. They're just so different, and I think they capture the spirit and the sketch quality that a lot of the storyboards had. And so that's how I worked on this piece, and I'm so proud.
Yeah, you can see it impact. And John, like, by the way, let's all take a moment to appreciate John's insane ingenuity here of going home and prototyping the thing himself and bringing it in, and then having the rest of the design team work on it with him. Like, that's just such a beautiful collaborative process, and again, like, really speaks to the passion that's on the team. You can see, Paul, like, as you kind of doing like the 360s of it, how it changes depending on which angle you look at it. The deco, all of the light is hitting this from a specific source, and so when you look at it from the bottom or from certain angles, it's completely dark. But from the top where the light is hitting it, you get this, like, you get kind of just reflections and shadow and whatnot, and it's just so cool. It's even better out of the package, which is something, I'm so sorry to say that, Will, but it looks so beautiful out of the package as well.
Yeah. Will and his team just knocked it out. It couldn't be any better packaging.
It's such a weird concept, though, isn't it, John? Like, it's something you wouldn't think would work. Like, it's just like, all right, you're going to take a ship, you're going to make it black and white, you're going to paint the cockpit, and then you're going to put it in a clear box?
Yeah,
like, it's impossible to explain to people what it is, but it looks so cool.
They are so unique. I'm a huge Star Wars collector. I started collecting in 77 when the movie came out. I saw all my figures in the packet. That had a huge impact on me. But it has never, to my knowledge, anything like this. And that's what's really exciting. And I can't wait to see people's reaction at the show tomorrow. It's great.
Yeah, I hope people don't faint just looking at this in person. That would be terrible.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Our whole team, really, it was a huge team effort, and it all came together. All tried our best, and we put our best effort into it to make something special for people. And for some miracle, I think we did it.
I think we did. Like, it's crazy that we've created something so unique. Like, again, because this is the perfect convention exclusive, right? It's something you don't need to have, but something that you really want to have. It's not something that's a brand new mold. It's not something where if you don't get this, you're never getting an X-Wing. Like, yeah. Also, just from a philosophical standpoint, unboxing videos are very interesting from like a development perspective, because it really is the reverse of the creative process, right? Like, you start with this idea, and then you package it, and then you kind of box it up, and then this is the reversal of that. It's very interesting. It's almost like the entire thing coming full circle. It really is the circle of product life.
Yeah, but like mentioned earlier, and it has full play value. It has the retractable landing gear. The airfoils open up. You can take the pilot out. You can take the droid out, and there's just endless opportunities for storytelling for these, for the kids, and that's what I really like. We're not one of the first ships I worked on. I put a lot of effort into the landing gear, because I remember my son was fascinated when he was really young in kindergarten with anything that had landing gear. And so we put a lot of effort in just the design of the landing gear and the function.
No, it looks so beautiful. The pilot's in the cockpit, or I hope the pilot's in the cockpit.
Yeah.
Moment of truth. We had like one simple pilot's there, thank God. It's a generic pilot because it's Return of the Jedi. I don't think it's Wedge Antilles. The droid itself has a cool uniform visor on it. He's super cool. He's wearing sunglasses. He could also be the Stig from Top Gear.
Yeah, and the droid that is based off some of the original storyboard sketches before it was all worked out. That is the detail that the droid had in the X-wing, in the concept X-wing. That's why he has that real unusual paint job. And yeah, I'm so proud of this. I got to be lead on the X-wing. Leon Gore was lead on the. I don't. Right, we're gonna see him in a minute. The other two, and Tommy Lynn was lead of the other one we're about to show. I don't want.
You don't want to spoil it, even though it was spoiled like seconds ago.
I'll let you guys up it out and.
Oh my gosh, the detail on it is so good. Like, look at the helmet. Like, look at the stripes on the helmet. It's just beautiful.
That's
Camera out on my phone and zoom in to see all the detail on the helmet. I couldn't, I couldn't see it all. With my eyes. If you zoom in, that's all the accurate detail on the helmets. And this figure is 1 inch tall.
no, this is next level. It really is. You can see the sliced onion on the earpiece. You've got the victory markings above it. Those are those dots. And this thing, look, I've got small hands too. So that's on my finger, my index finger pad right here. That's how small. I mean, it's tiny. It's like a grain of rice. And here, this is a spectacular level of detail in paint application. Oh, there we go.
And while I would like to believe that the pilot canonically is John Ottinger, I cannot confirm nor deny that. What's your
rumor? But no, it's not.
What's your birthday? What's your birthday, John?
It's in August coming up.
August what?
10.
Okay, so it's J810. Astromech droid. We're just making this up. This is not canonical, and this is in no way being recorded. It is, but it's not being recorded officially, I guess. Don't worry. You're not gonna whatever. The vehicle is beautiful. I love it. It's great. It's everything we hoped it would be and more. But also look at how we painted on the lines on the sides too. Like you we've essentially kind of like it's almost like sketch lines, right? Like we're we it's hand drawn in, and you've got all the perfect measurements.
Spirit of that hand drawn quick marker sketch that they did in the storyboards with a nice cool gray. That's why we did the shadow side. That's like the marker shadows we do in the storyboards. And it makes it so visual and so different. I haven't been to the booth yet to see. I haven't seen them in the booth. I cruised by the booth a couple times today, but I didn't see any of that stuff. But yeah, tomorrow definitely.
Right, Ryan Byrne wants us to get to the next one, and I kind of agree. Okay. I think we need to get to the which one do you want to do next, Paul?
Oh, dealer's choice. It's all gold for me. I mean, they're here right now. I can't believe I've got my grubby mitts on them right now, to be honest. So,
And to anybody who's asking us to not to do chase and rare pieces, I understand, but it is a way for us to get unique vehicles out there. Like, it's very hard for us to sell in a Dagobah X-wing at the numbers. Please forget I said anything about a Dagobah X-wing. It's very difficult for us to get like numbers at retail with the Dagobah X-wing because it is something where it is really just it's a kind of a deeper cut vehicle. But yeah, I mean, and the convention exclusives as well, the reason it's limited is we need to ensure that we sell through these in the allotted period of time. Again, going forward, and something that our DTC site will allow us to do, direct to consumer, which we'll reveal more about this weekend, is that it's going to allow us to do stuff where we can have additional units of these exclusives available. So it'll be 1 of 1,500 or 1 of 1,000, and we'll be able to sell the rest of those on our direct to consumer site. I want to say right, John, but like, yeah, right. It's like, I really like that John's in my phone right now. He's being represented by this Imperial Guard. All right, wow. So we've got the TIE Interceptor. Who worked on this?
That is Leon's work.
Ooh, so the man, the myth, the legend, Leon Gore himself, who originated the concept of this, is actually the one who was lead design on this one. And so for anybody who's concerned, we will be having these available at Jazzwares' booth at San Diego Comic-Con. Come into the convention so you can't miss her right in the front. We will be having a specific amount allotted per day to ensure that we have additional time set that we. Who is emailing? It's texting me. A lot of people are texting. Sorry. So yeah, we will have a specific amount allotted per day, which means that we'll not sell out of these all in one day. All 3 will be available each day, and there is a limit of, I believe, 2 per badge holder. And by the way, the cool thing about these is they're $20 a piece, which is kind of a steal. Like, I think that's a great price for these. And yeah, and anyway, so Paul, go ahead and unbox this sucker, and just save the packaging because you know you're gonna want to display it.
Oh yeah.
Well, Ryan Doyle, I apologize, I'm mispronouncing your name. I also stepped on one by accident at the show, so there's only 498 at the show.
Oh, I have to point out this. I love this one. There's a Star Destroyer in the background for this one. The back of the sketch.
Destroy some stars.
Of a Star Destroyer. I love that. Sorry, that's my favorite. One of my favorite capital ships. That design. All right. So pretty.
And by the way, just because I actually want to answer that question sincerely, Ryan. So this means that there's still 500 left at the show. In order for us to actually produce the quantities that are needed for the show as well as development, what Paul has in his hands right now is actually a development sample. It's actually my development sample. So he's actually unboxing one that is not counted as part of that 500. So there will be 500 for sale at the show, assuming I don't step on another one.
Oh my God.
I didn't actually step on it. Yeah, I know. Will did a great job hand tying all of these into the packaging himself. Like by hand. Like he spent a week in China just like hand tying each of these things into the box. It's just incredible. This is, by the way, this is 4 coffees, Max. I'm extremely jet lagged, so this is the kind of insane babble that you hear from me. And I've had 4 coffees in one day.
And the ASMR of me ripping this.
Oh my God! Right? Yeah, Paul, you should sell that. You should record that and sell it. Bitter Asian dude ASMR.
We got a super chat here. I just need to acknowledge this here from Daniel. I love the idea of obscure, rare, or chase ships. The Dagobah X-wing would be cool, but what about other not so known characters or vehicles? For example, the land speeder and driver. Oh, he's trolling me from Mando season 1, episode 1.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, that's a really cool one. it would be something that we would probably need to redeco or do as a direct-to-consumer item. It also depends on how relevant and popular the vehicle is, because it does require a lot of development and tooling in order to make each of these vehicles. But it's still a good possibility. And as I said multiple times in the past, the Land Speeder will make another appearance. Please do not be worried about the fact that it's a chase for Series 4. That was my mistake. As I said previously, I did not realize how small that thing would be. I was worried about perceived value at retail, and we're working on another way to get that out to everybody. And the Land Speeder is going to be really, really, really cool when we eventually do it again. But
it's really, really cool.
Yeah, look at that.
This TIE
so
Interceptor
cool.
is really, really cool.
It looks like it has a 5 o'clock shadow a little bit, but I love
Right.
it for that reason.
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, lighting and shadows are great on this.
Oh,
Just
beautiful.
Look at
Like this one was the hardest one for us to capture the light source and the reflection and all of that because of the curved wing panels. It's just so intricate. It's so beautiful.
And it's got a pilot inside.
But look at that. I've never seen anything like that. So cool.
I've also never seen anything like this as well. I don't want to definitively say there's never been anything like this before because I don't know. But yeah.
I don't think so. But it's just next level. Out of the book.
And there's a pilot inside. Oh my gosh, it's a TIE pilot.
There's a little plastic safekeeping thing.
Exactly. We don't want him flying out of there in the middle of the packaging.
There you go.
That wasn't in the storyboards. They didn't check.
Thanks for your money, Daniel. There we go. Now this it's funny because it looks way more. Here we go. There's a bit of color correction. It looked purple for a second there, but you know what it is? I think it's because my Gatorade bottle is too close by.
It's color change. So it senses appreciation. When it senses appreciation, it turns purple.
There you go. My hands look super red in frame, but they're not.
Every time someone super chats, it can tell due to a chip inside the plastic, and it turns a different color.
Look at that. The Imperial cog on this TIE Interceptor's helmet. We talked about this in an earlier live stream from a few months ago, whereas the first generation TIE pilots, they have the little blobs. And this is actually, look at that. You can make out the Imperial cog on that.
And to answer Graham's question about UK distribution, we're working on UK distribution, but in the end, it is up to the retailers. And we are getting product out to them. You should be able to get some. And we're working also to expand our DTC coverage eventually to international as well. It's not painted by hand either. Skywalker's Academy.
Look at this is what I love too. Look at inside the cockpit.
If it was hand painted, it would be ridiculously expensive. Like we couldn't afford to produce these. So one thing I do note is that I do have a hard out at around 9 o'clock, so I will need to bounce. So we will need to, unfortunately, go to the last one next. And
no problem.
Please feel free to use the rest of the evening.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, Graham. The answer regarding the UK and international distribution is for you. We do know that we have fans across the world, and we are working to get you product as much as possible. And we do have a very strong UK sales team who is working to get product on shelf as much as possible. We should have an update for spring 24 and fall 23 relatively shortly, because I do know that there are sales meetings going on now. But the A-Wing.
Look at that. Amazing.
I like the A-Wing probably the best just because of just how I love the shape of it. I love how the light bounces off it. I love the dark cockpit. It's great.
Yeah, that is Tommy Lynn was lead on that.
That's right.
Tommy is the one that came up with the concept. He's a trained car designer, and he's really good with markers. So he suggested that we add the marker shadow. So all the shadow was a Tommy contributor. Which
Hey,
really
I just wanted to show the cell.
I wanted to lie and say that that's an actual cell from the movies, but I can't. So one shout out to Leon, shout out to Tony. Like it's just they do great work. I mean, my favorite Leon Gore story is that he actually took. Oh no, Paul!
No.
One of your cannons is broken.
What?
Oh no, Paul!
It's okay.
Okay, it's okay. Everybody, it's okay. I hope it's okay. If it's oh no, oh everything's ruined forever.
Little spot of crazy glue. It's all fine.
We'll send you a replacement, Paul. Don't worry. But my favorite Leon Gore story is that he took H.R. Giger to Disney World, or Disneyland. So the guy who was the concept artist for Aliens, he took him to Disney. I think that's just fantastic.
That's awesome.
Wait, who's the design team member, John, who worked on the Batman design or Batmobile design?
That's Leon.
That's Leon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked on for Batman Forever, I believe, correct?
He did some Batman Geiger concept.
That's right.
Right.
There's the A-Wing pilot. A Series 4 character, along with the TIE Interceptor that's available technically here first.
Yeah, I love this A-Wing and the pilot. It's so cool.
I love the broken cannon that it comes.
For those of you taking it out of the box, just be careful. Those cannon tips are a bit delicate. There you go. I love that. I love how.
Oh man, he looks really cool. Oh
it's a
man,
screen accurate helmet too. That's the thing, right? Like it's not the regular Rebel Legion bucket like the A-Wing pilots had. There you go. It's almost like an open concept. Come on, focus.
By the way, I love how much we've focused on inside of Paul's hands. We can definitely fingerprint. You get the fingerprints off the live stream.
There you go.
Oh no, Steve, I'm so sorry your Podameron's X-Wing came with only 3 laser cannons. Please reach out to our award-winning customer service team and they'll definitely hook you up. And that sounded sarcastic, but no, they're fantastic. Like they get stuff out right away. And Jake Felix, don't worry, our plan is to make these available on our direct-to-consumer site next year. Not these specifically, but next year's exclusives, which will likely not include the tie-dye TIE Fighter. Look at the inside of the cockpit. It's so great. The only problem is that the pilot can't see out now because we painted over the cockpit. Come on, John. You got to think of the safety of the Rebel pilots. Like, how are they going to defeat the Empire if the cockpit's painted black?
Yeah. We worked so hard just designing those simple highlights on the cockpit.
I know.
We kept trying different shapes, different concepts to get it to look like that sketch. You nailed it. It was so cool.
Paul, can you please show the side without the broken cannon?
Oh, sorry.
Jake, you should open every single toy that you have and play with it because that's what toys are for. Is for playing with them. I was a mint and box collector for too many years, and I missed out on so many fun toys just by not opening them up. It was a terrible time. Now I'm slowly working my way through my Lego backlog.
That's why you buy 2 of each one. One for display, one to cherish.
Oh, look at that. Look at the. Ah, it's just beautiful.
This is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Can we also just talk about just a second and just say how Gia's roostability testing is completely taken off? No pun intended, and just how great it is. Oh, we're gonna do a shot of all three of them. Oh my god! Is there anything more beautiful?
Wow. Wow.
And look at all the convention exclusives all in one place.
I don't even have them. I only have them. Gotta fill.
John, I promise you're going to have them, okay? I promise. I will hand deliver your sample of the speeder bike tomorrow. Please, nobody try to attack me in the street to get John's speeder bike. He deserves it. He worked hard on it.
Well, we already tried to steal your car.
Yeah.
Speeder bike was handled by Gihoon.
Oh, Gihoon. Shout out to Gihoon.
Oh, Gihoon.
Beloved design team member Gihoon.
Who designed our ad pads, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which are starting to hit stores. Right as we speak.
Exactly. In Canada. Can you believe it? In
That's
Canada.
Right. There's already been a huge run. Everybody's been rushing out to scoop up as many as they can.
Oh man, well, you're going to be able to see live and in person tomorrow. You're actually going to be able to see our Amazon.com exclusive Endor AT-AT, which if you've seen any images online, they look terrible compared to how it looks in person. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a different weathering effect to it. Comes with 4 Stormtroopers microfigure accessories, as well as Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, a Scout Trooper, and an AT-AT pilot. Plug for our beautiful diorama. Oh, gorgeous.
Look at that. I want that.
So, Paul, I'm very sorry, but I do have to go because I do have a dinner appointment.
No, go. You go. You get your rest. You've worked hard, Max. Thank you so much. Thank you, John.
Eat a steak and talk business. Thank you so much for doing this unboxing with us. Paul, I love you. You're the best. We could not ask for a better advocate for the line, and we'll be forever in your debt.
It's honestly
Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, John. It's an absolute pleasure. I count my lucky stars. You know, when you connect with the toy line that captures your imagination, brings you back to your childhood, and you want to share your love for this with others, and you see it become popular. It makes my heart sing. So thank you so much for joining us. Go get your steak dinner, get some rest. John, thank you so much as well for joining in. I'm sorry we had technical issues and we couldn't get you up on board. But we did do a great workaround. It was great to hear your insights in the background on these figures. And yeah, the two of you, gear up, get your rest. SDCC begins in earnest tomorrow. Go crush it.
All right, so hit up the Jazzwares booth, hit up the UCC distributing booth, and pick out these awesome exclusives.
And bring coffee for Maxwell if you're coming.
Yeah, give me just caffeine. Just caffeine. If you give me caffeine, I will give you a TIE pilot.
All right, gentlemen.
I only have one, so the first person to give me coffee gets a TIE pilot. The second person to give me coffee just gets a nice handshake and a thank you. And I will autograph anything with John's name because John's the real talent behind the product. All right. Well, cool. Paul, thank you. May the force be with you, and everybody have a wonderful, safe, and relaxing evening. And for those attending San Diego Comic-Con, get ready for a fantastic show. Yeah, I hope to see you there. Stop by the booth and say hi. I'll be there all 4 days, and I will be happy to greet you and tell you what ships are coming next to the line and spoil everything. I probably won't be able to do those last few things, but
Take care, Max. Have a great night. Have a great
SDCC.
Okay. You too, John.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Paul.
Bye, John's Force Ghost.
Take care, Max. Bye. All right. Well, that was incredible. I have to admit, I feel very, very fortunate to have been able to be on the ground floor of this again. My cup runneth over. I do love these toys. They're spectacular. So happy that I've been able to share this with all of you. And I will admit to it hurt having to open these just a little bit. But, you know, it's great in hand. These things are beautiful. And I'm just going to go make a little repair on this A-Wing. But this was, again, for those of you who are lucky enough to be at SDCC, have a great time. You remember to hit up the Jazzwares booth, say hi to Maxwell, bring him some caffeine, bring him some love. This man works very, very hard to bring you these awesome toys. And yeah, no, this is, again, this is a toy line that I personally love. I have so many of them stockpiled, much to my wife's chagrin, because I'm fleet building with it. But you know what I love too is the fact that these are toys that kids can play with, and they're affordable. And if you've got a gift you want to give a little kid who's into sci-fi or spaceships or whatever, this fits the bill. So, and just beware when you look at them, when you see the incredible detail firsthand of these ships. It's a slippery slope. It's a slippery slope. So anyways, everybody out there, thank you so much for joining us on this special sneak attack edition of Funboxing Tuesdays. Hopefully we'll be back this weekend. Actually, no, I don't think I'm going to be. There's another tournament in Markham, but hey, if we get our butts kicked and we get back home early, I'll do a live stream. But for those of you out there, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's always an honor to have to host all this. It's great to see all the familiar faces and some of the new faces and names in the chats. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And yeah, keep your eyes and ears open. Wave 4, they're starting to hit stores in Canada. I reside in Canada. Here the AT-ATs are hitting. I know that in California, the N1 Starfighter and the Y-Wings have started hitting Target shelves, which is amazing. Series 4 Scout class ships are going out. The little boxes, mini boxes are going out as well. Keep your eyes and ears. There's a couple of accounts that are great. There's the Micro Galaxy Squadron's Instagram account run by Cole. There's also the Facebook group that he runs. There's some great 411 on there. Great information out there as well for those of you who would like to collect it. And yeah, this is don't fall asleep on this line. Don't fall asleep on this line. It's hot. It's quickly becoming the hot ticket toy. There's plenty of stuff out there for everybody. And yeah, if you can find those chases or rares, that's fantastic. But again, you know, you don't have to get those. You know, I know there's the collector in you that wants to get them, but do you need them? I don't think so. But there's a lot of really fantastic ships in all the different sizes that you can grab and collect, display, play with, give as gifts. Anyways, from me to you, thank you so much for joining us here on Bitter Asian Dude Inc. Keep playing with your toys. Have a great evening. Take care of yourself. And yeah, have a great week. And for those of you at SDCC, good luck. Have fun. And yeah, all that good stuff. Okay? See you.